We are live. My name is David, and I'm in the 135 PC laboratory in the old wing of the HKU Library. And in taking a break, I thought I'd just film the technology in this computer lab and in the neighboring computer lab over there, beyond that wall. And there is quite an eclectic mix of technology in these two rooms that tells us a lot about Hong Kong-U's history. We can see that this computer lab used to be a classroom, and perhaps we can come to that conclusion based on this whiteboard, which is in the front, and we know this is the front because all the computer monitors are facing that way and all the chairs are facing this way. And I suppose this is the teacher's desk. And yeah. Oh, look, there's a projector screen too. So there are many clues that we can use to conclude that this was not only a computer lab, but a computer classroom, and teaching and learning was going on here as a group. And it's funny to kind of look at this design, because we could be, on the one hand, in a computer lab or a computer classroom in a university. On the other hand, we could be in China in a sweatshop or in a factory where computers are being assembled. If you were looking over here from the front, looking over here and looking out onto all of these computers with students behind them working on the computers, who could tell the difference between a factory and a 21st century learning space? So we can see that this learning environment here definitely has been brought up, inherited from the 20th and the 19th centuries. This is an old style. This is where factories, this is actually very much a factory style, and the foreman, or the teacher, stands there and monitors all of these people. So let's take a look at the back, see what we can find out. Wow. You can see here that this statement was made in 2001. So in fact, this board is not only a notice board, but a time capsule. And we can see that this statement was made in 2001 on Student Connect, and obviously there have been more iterations since that time of Student Connect, and it was printed in 2002 at 6 p.m. and put on this wall. So we have a message first composed in 2001 and posted in 2002 on this board. We have a message from 2008. Have a message from 2010. Wow, this is fairly recent. What else do we have here? Wow, this one looks really, really old too. Goodness. This one's from 2009, 2007, 2006. Goodness me. This one's from 2005. So, wow, we have messages spanning the past decade on this notice board. Wow. Definitely an eclectic mix, mixed messages. And if we look over here, hey, we have the schedule from the summer of 2010, and then we have the schedule for January 2011. Wow, this week. And we can see that the schedule is put up by inserting a piece of paper in this kind of flimsy plastic file. So this is definitely an old school technology being used in this old school computer lab. Let's move over to the other room. Actually, before we do that, take a look at all of these hubs, these Ethernet hubs, and this counter here. that spans the length of a hallway of this old wing. Someone, I guess a long time ago, obviously thought this would be a good idea to put a counter here so people could put their laptop computers on the counter and then plug into these hubs. But that was before this technology took over and obviated that technology. So we can see, in fact, a fossil here. A fossil because, well, it's here and no one's using it. In fact, these computers are fossils too because, well, no one's using them. These computers actually are, relatively speaking, pretty slow compared to the computers all the way down there and to the right. Those are newer, faster computers purchased in 2009. And all the students on this floor are in that lab, except for me. I'm over there using my Mac. So we can see old and new technologies. Something new to obviate the old. We have a mix of new and old. Old, some old, yet colorful. Some newer technologies here. Wow. What an eclectic mix. And it's pretty cool to be here and to be able to sit here. This is definitely a gem to be able to study in this room with no one else around, because the old technology has scared them all away, and that's pretty exciting. And there is, I guess, a combination of the new and the old. A new projector, caged so that no one will steal it. And I find that oftentimes in many primary and secondary schools in Hong Kong. Here's a new technology. These cameras are pretty new, I believe. I think they've been installed fairly recently, and they're all over campus. They're even in the elevators, I believe. So we have something old, something new. These definitely look like old school signs. And yeah, that's pretty cool. What a room. And I think that's about it. So this is me reporting from the 135 and 136 PC laboratories in the old wing of HKU Library.